Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Tensura. So, we have been doing the hard work, I guess you could say, for the last few episodes. Really, well, I say doing hard work, but in a way I feel like it's basically catching up to all the stuff that we skipped, because we skipped all the fundamentals, so now we're paying for it. That's why we always need to go through the basics first, right? And what I'm talking about here is, of course, stuff like the world setting, like diplomatic relations, you know, laying all the framework for this kind of stuff to allow us to get into this next phase of the story more easily. And now, presumably, we are gonna have the big battle, right? With Rimuru's armies going off and facing off against Clayman's armies, while Rimuru himself confronts Clayman directly within Walpurgis, or I always forget how to pronounce that word, even though it's quite common. Walpurgis, especially when you also have like the Western pronunciation and the Japanese pronunciation. But anyways, that's that. Let's just get into the episode right now. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, I guess we're starting from the teleportation scene. Walpurgis. How do you say it in like normal English? Walpurgis? Walpurgius? You know, I think Rimuru, from now on, in order to get through to Veldor, you're probably gonna have to choose like manga references. Alright, everybody's off to do their own stuff. Alongside Diablo, right? Promptly? I thought it was supposed to take many years. I guess that just means Diablo's gonna be extra motivated. Alright. Oh, and by the way, big shout out to, longtime viewer and subscriber, Light of All Worlds, who is really OG, right? Literally here since the start of my channel. Really pointing me in a lot of interesting videos that describes the world of Tensura. Well, not really that much, but at least the skill structure and power level, right? I have to say, the more that I get these kind of supplementary information, the more I feel the anime isn't really doing the series justice, right? It seems that the author really has thought out a pretty complex system, both in terms of world politics and the skill system as well. But it's basically like completely skipped through in the anime. I'm not gonna get too much into that, because some of that I feel like might still be considered as spoilers. But it has, knowing the framework of how the power levels and skills work in the Tensor world definitely provides a big help, right? Because once you have the framework, then you can put everything into there. Although one thing quite interesting I will say about it is that apparently Tensura uses a system where how much potential you have is innate, right? It's determined by your soul the moment you are born. And so, kind of raises the question as well, which is why Rimuru has such a strong soul. And why he is so OP, right? Just don't forget, he's like literally just a human isekai'd over here. Well, geez. And here I was thinking that Clayman was quite clever. Instead, it seems like he's completely underestimating Rimuru as well. Oh well. Once again, you gotta work on your intelligence efforts. Alright. Continuing on. Well, it's been a while, Milim. Eh? Wait, is this right now? Current? Wait, is she living being controlled by a freaking necklace? Seriously? Just like that? Demon Marion. You would think a demon lord of Milim's caliber would be able to resist this. And here I was giving Clayman credit for being a brilliant strategist, but Well, looks like this is like way simpler than I was expecting. Yeah, I don't. Hmm. I feel like there's a discrepancy between what we've seen of Clayman from the past 40 or so episodes versus the episode right now. Like my perception of Clayman, even in that scene, even if he might express some displeasure against Millen, for instance, I wouldn't have really thought of him as someone who openly just threatens Frey as well, right? And instead would be more of the skeeving sorts to think of, okay, how can I further control Frey using some other kind of underhanded methods? Not like a direct threat like that. I thought he was a lot more subtle than that. Okay, but hold that thought since, well, hello, Leon. Okay. What is the power structure within the Demon Lords? Right, one of the oldest and strongest Demon Lords falling for a simple mind. So how do you know if a demon lord is a true demon lord? Like, are these true demon lords? I would assume so, right? These seems to be the top dogs of the demon lord hierarchies. And such an... right. Oh, she's also a true dragon. So how come these true dragons have, like, humanoid forms, but Veldora doesn't? Younger brother? Okay. Hmm. Who would have thought like this story thought up on the spot would be so convincing? This is a pretty high level talk, actually. Because he's reading manga. This guy really just likes to do what he wants to do, doesn't he? Hey, Rumor was moving up the world. What? Your lover? Your lost one? Or whatnot? You want to revive someone? Were you also reincarnated into this world and you want to reunite with your... someone? Well, what is the reason for your existence? What are you trying to do? Like, it's really hard to get a feel on any of these characters when we don't even know what they are trying to do, right? And by the way, this episode just ended and we still haven't had a single fighter battle. What the hell? Well, alright, I'll see you guys after this. Well, okay guys, so this episode was apparently yet another episode of talking, right? But this goes back into what I was saying at the beginning here. If you actually skip your fundamentals and you don't properly build up the context of everything, well, that's just what's gonna happen, right? Although, I guess, technically, you know, depending on how the author wrote this story, it could be a possibility that, you know, we do get into the introduction of all these demon lords and stuff from this point on. But, you know, even at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, who is this guy Chrism supposed, or I guess Guy Chrism? I don't know why they call it Guy. I don't think it's pronounced like that, but oh well, whatever. Guy Chrism. And you know, Lord of Darkness, and, you know, this guy apparently seems to be a big deal, right? One of the strongest and oldest demon lords. Do the demon lords themselves have a hierarchy and whatnot? He says that he's on par with Milim and whatnot, and so on and so forth, but hey, even Milim, you know, not exactly sure what exactly the power structure or hierarchy is over there as well. The only thing that we can say they have a consensus on is that Clayman is a small fry, right? And based on, like, everything that's been revealed thus far, you know, I have to say I am kind of disappointed in him. And here I was thinking that he actually managed to pull off some pretty brilliant kind of stuff, and you know, I was always of the opinion that okay, even if Clayman's absolute power is quite weak or whatnot, he's making up for it by being able to use his brains, right? And I respect characters like that as well, you know, being able to basically wrap Rimuru around his finger and really, you know, almost, right? Really almost bring Rimuru to the brink of destruction and whatnot. You know, you gotta give that guy props as to pulling off all these things in a consecutive manner. But, you know, to be revealed here that, hey, it's the only way that he controlled Milim is because of, you know, this artifact or whatnot. And then also, you know, later on how his dialogue with Rei kind of went along. I don't know. It really kind of destroys the image that's been built up for the past 40 episodes. So even though, yeah, he's underhanded and he's kind of like the scheming kind of guy, but at the very least, he always keeps a calm mind and tries to work out his way, right? Like he should know that he's weak, in terms of absolute strength and power compared to a lot of his peers and whatnot. So he has to compensate for it by using a lot of other methods. And I thought that was something that he already internalized, but apparently not, right? Or you could say that just because he got some success, his true colors are showing or whatnot. But at this point, I think it's quite clear who the big dogs are and who's the small fry and whatnot. And Rimuru is moving up in the world, right? And gaining the attention of the supposed big dogs here. Although, if that's the case, then, like, what lies beyond, like, these people, right? Or these demon lords and whatnot? That is definitely another question as well. And, for them saying, the fact that Rimuru is able to release Vildora's seal itself already brings Rimuru to a level that's more on par with these guys instead, then how far more is he able to grow, right? Or when will he reach a point when he is actually peerless? These are all questions, right? And then also going back to my original point as well, why the hell is Rimuru so powerful, right? Again, if this was one of those series where, everybody has unlimited potential and it really just depends on, either, the possibilities are endless, that kind of thing, then I can kind of get it, right? I mean, it's an isekai work, through a combination of fortune and luck and will, determination and whatnot, and you can gradually continue to surpass your boundaries, surpass your limitations. But based on the explanation that I received, it seems that the creatures, the beings of this world, have a set potential that's already set when they were born. And so if that's the case, then why does Rimuru have this seemingly unlimited potential, right? Is it because of the fact that he was brought directly here from another world? But he's not the only worlder here, right? Although maybe the method that he came here was a little bit different, right? Considering that all the other worlders were summoned through a ritual or something, whereas Rimuru was, heck, who knows how he was summoned, right? Summoned by the world or something. So I guess because of that, he's OP in that way, because he's representing the will of the world or something of that sort. Anyways, that's kind of beyond the point here. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is, okay, I am glad to see a little bit more in terms of the Demon Lord's world, and know who exactly the top dogs are, who are the ones with true power, and you can see that there is a clear difference here. There's a difference here, not just in terms of raw power, right? We don't get a demonstration of their raw power at all. We don't know what their true power is, but just the fact that they are able to stay on top of things means that they have very good intelligence networks, and that by itself already makes me respect them a lot more compared to Clayman, who is honestly receiving lots and lots of faulty intelligence and data, right? And it's not even like this is data that or a scheme that's designed to specifically trick Clayman, right? But it's just the fact that he's not able to put out enough sensors, if you will, and piece together information to see what is right, what is wrong. Whereas, as you guys can see, those who really do have true power and strength and whatnot, they also have the true smarts as well. And at this point, not really too much I can say as to what's gonna happen. I guess even though we are going to have the meeting between Rimuru and all the others and whatnot. I don't know. Things definitely seem to be getting spicy, right? I do want to kind of see what exactly happens, and considering that this is Leon here, right? The Leon that Rimuru has been wanting to meet for so long. I guess there's probably going to be some fireworks there as well. As for Leon's own story, I mean, I think it's quite clear from this kind of setting that probably it's a loved one or whatnot. So as I mentioned in the episode, my best guess, and considering that he said that he was human once, my best guess is that he's probably also somebody who was isekai'd from another world or whatnot, an other worlder through some kind of method became a demon lord, and then maybe has been dedicating his life to reuniting with his loved one, right? Trying to summon them here, in a sense. Maybe. At least that's the best guess I can have based on the information that we can see at this point. So yeah, anyways, interesting episode, and as I said, I do feel like only now we are really getting into the true meat of the story, if you will, maybe. 40 episodes in, right? Wow, such a long time. But, it's what you get when you build a complex world with complex systems and complex structures, and you need to take some time to really go through it all, right? And, going back to a point which some of you guys have been pointing out for a long time, they also tend to, the anime series tends to also waste a lot of time in, I guess, more comedy and fan service kind of scenes. But yeah, anyways, it is what it is. That's anime as a medium, so I don't know. Maybe I am actually heavily considering going to read the light novel or the manga or at least the manga of this, right? Light novel, maybe not, because that's really a huge time investment. Manga, maybe. Because the more that I know about this world, the more I feel that it's really interesting and actually a lot more complex than just the anime series itself lets on. But anyways, that's for another time and another day, because that's definitely not right now. I don't have time for that. But yeah, that's it for this episode, and maybe next episode we will finally get some action. Not that I'm not okay with this, right? But I do feel like in order to keep the pacing of especially something in an anime format, you gotta be able to sprinkle it throughout. Sprinkle the action parts and the interesting parts, the side explanations, the supplementary information, as well as events that move the story along, right? You gotta have a good balance of all these kinds of things. So anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.